Do you know what steps to take to make sure that your parents are safe during the coronavirus pandemic? Did you know that people over the age of 60 are the most at risk to have severe disease? So what can we do to protect our elderly from this and other infectious diseases that may sweep through our communities? And how do we protect our parents from social isolation in case they have to self-quarantine during this time? I will answer these questions in today's video. By subscribing to my channel and hitting that little bell, you'll be notified every Monday when I post a new video that's designed to help aging parents and their children work together to navigate the sometimes confusing healthcare system. Hello, health-minded people. I'm Dr. Snow, and I hear the concern in my patients' voices as they ask questions about the coronavirus and how to keep themselves safe. And as the daughter of an 86-year-old mother, I'm concerned about keeping her safe. Our elderly parents are often already frail due to the disease states that are associated with getting older: COPD, heart disease, Parkinson's disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and other conditions that are more common in the elderly than they are in younger people tax their immune systems and make them more likely to suffer the devastating effects of infectious diseases such as the flu and the coronavirus, which is now officially called COVID-19. It is known that people over the age of 60, and especially over the age of 80, are more at risk of having severe disease or even death due to this COVID-19. So what can you do to better protect your mother or father from this disease? By now, everyone is aware that the best way to protect yourself against any virus is to wash your hands often with soap and water and to scrub for 20 seconds while washing. You can also use hand sanitizer that contains 60 to 70% alcohol. And keep your hands off your face, which is amazingly difficult. Avoid shaking hands with other people. Stay 3 feet or farther away from other people. Avoid large gatherings such as parties or going to church. Disinfect surfaces that are touched often, such as doorknobs and faucets on sinks. And stay home and away from other people as much as possible. This can be a two-edged sword. Our elderly tend to be isolated anyway, and isolation can lead to depression. Asking them to self-quarantine can be detrimental to their mental health. So how can we keep them safe and still have interaction with our loved ones? First, self-quarantine is essential for the immediate future. Even if their other health issues are under control, they have diminished reserves and are less able to fight off the effects of this new disease. The best defense in the immediate circumstance is to not become infected, period. So stock them up on nourishing, easy-to-prepare food. And don't forget pet food if they have a pet they need to feed. Grocery stores in some areas will make deliveries to their home if you can't get there yourself. And make sure they have their medications. I have received emails from some insurance companies and Medicaid saying that they have temporarily lowered their time between refills from 3.5 weeks to 2 weeks so that people don't run out of their medications during this time. Many independent pharmacies offer delivery services within the city limits. Check with your pharmacy to see if this is available. And if it's not, or if your parent lives outside of the city limits, most pharmacies will mail them their medications so that they don't have to come into the pharmacy. Have you ever used delivery services or mail services from your pharmacy? Did you even know it was a thing? Comment below if you've ever had your medication delivered to your home or mailed to your home. If your parent has a non-essential follow-up visit with a physician scheduled, it might be a good time to reschedule that visit until the risk of infection is over. If a follow-up visit for a serious health condition is required, ask the physician if they are able to do a telehealth appointment. Telehealth appointments are done over the internet by a program that is much like FaceTime or Skype. This service allows your parent to see the provider at home, eliminating the risk by going out into public. Call your mother or father's physician to ask whether or not the appointment can be postponed to a safer time. So what do you do to prevent loneliness for your mother or father? If your mother or father goes to church every Sunday, contact the church and ask if they record the services and whether or not they can mail a copy of that recording to your mother or father so they don't feel like they've been missed out on anything. Also, call your mother daily. If possible, check with them multiple times a day. Even a 5-minute phone call can remind them that they are not alone. If you have many siblings and everyone is calling mom or dad every day, it may get to the point where they tell you to stop calling because they can't get anything done. Do you have a common television show that you like to watch? Consider watching it together over the telephone. And brush up on your letter writing. This is a lost art, and everyone enjoys getting a personal note in the mail. Have your children or grandchildren include a picture that they have drawn. Write out a favorite story of when you were growing up that included your mother or father. Go to the dollar store and pick up some 50-cent cards that are funny and send one a day. Get creative on how to help your father or mother feel less isolated until this pandemic is over. I have written an ebook that helps parents and children address subjects that may be difficult to bring up but are necessary to plan for the future. You will find the link to get this free resource in the description below. I'm sure it will help start the conversations that are so important. I hope this video has given you ideas to help keep your mother and father safe during this COVID-19 pandemic, and has given you some ideas on how to help them feel less isolated while they are staying at home to avoid getting sick. If this video has been helpful, please press that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. So, how has COVID-19 affected your life? Have you changed any of your habits during the outbreak of this disease? Leave your comment below if you've run out of toilet paper. Thank you for joining me today to learn how to keep your mother and father safe but not lonely during this concerning time. Stay healthy, wash your hands, and have a blessed week.